Well, I finally had time to make a video for the magnetized board that I've been working on. One of the things that I'm pretty happy about is we've gotten a lot of rain here where I live, and I've always been concerned about shipping these someplace more humid if they would warp or not, but they haven't warped at all. So this is 4 boards here. You can see they just fit together, and they stayed fairly flat. It turned out they almost sit completely flush on top of one another, and all 6 boards turned out equally as well. And so it has styrene on the bottom and then the chipboard on the top, and if you've seen one of the previous videos, you see the honeycomb pattern that holds the whole thing together. And all 6 boards are very, very light. So the next step is I need to put some base material on the top of these. And I build about 2 to 3 boards a year, and I sell them, and that kind of helps finance my my wargaming hobby. And so what I decided to do for this board is I made a hill set that'll go with it, and you can see that in the background here. So here's some of the hills, and these have just kind of been base coated. It's got 3 different colors on there on the sides, and then a few of them have been dry brushed. So I've actually had time to dry brush the sides of these ones right here, and I really like this style. It looks very alien and very organic. And for this build I did something new. So I did some of these little mound pieces. So these can kind of sit in a field by themselves, or I thought they could also sit at the very peak, so it would kind of make like a mountain top. So as you can see here, the 3 stacked up, it kind of makes a mountain type terrain. And then when I finished dry brushing the tops, so this is kind of an experimental piece from the last build that I did about a year ago, and I went ahead and sold this one on eBay. But you can see what the tops will look like after I dry brush the surface and then do a little bit of flock on there, just to kind of give it a little variation in color and look like there's a little bit of vegetation on the planet. So anyway, the whole terrain board will look like this, and then the tops of all the hills will look like this same style here. And then I also built a very large set of defensive barriers. So you can see this is one barrier, and it has that same base on it. And so there's 10 of these. And then I built a big one. And again, there's 10 of these. And I wanted to make sure that they wouldn't tip over, and they kind of had some mass to them, so that's why I put this larger base on there. And then I mitered the corners, so when you deploy them, you can go ahead and they'll fit together like this on your board. So you could build a wall very similar to that. So again, 10 large ones. So there's a lot of terrain that's going to be going with this one. This is definitely the most ambitious build so far. So usually what I do is I post videos, and then I post Craigslist postings, and I see if somebody wants to buy it locally or if they want to deal directly with me, because that works better for everybody, because then I don't have to add the eBay fees. And if I don't end up getting anybody who's interested that way, then I'll go ahead and put it on eBay. But then obviously you end up paying a little bit more than if you contact me directly. So anyway, I'll keep working on this, but definitely comment, tell me what you think of it. if this is something that you guys like. I've never done the defensive barriers before. I did a hill set like this similar, and just so you know, there is a total of 20 hill sections, and so they go from pretty small all the way to pretty big ones. As you can see, this one's like almost 12 inches square. And just to let you know, I went ahead and these defensive barriers are actually pink foam. I can show you the inside of that real quick. So this was kind of one of the experimental pieces, and then I went ahead and covered it with kind of a homemade foam coat to stiffen it up and make it a little bit more rigid and make it look a bit more like concrete. So I'm really excited to work on these and see if I can dry brush them and highlight them and make them really look like concrete. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I got more Baneblade videos coming, and hopefully some more weathering tutorials for terrain coming too. So I had to take a break for a little bit, but my schedule opened back up, so I should be able to get back to making videos. But thanks for watching. Please subscribe.